Yo, what up? It's NVTV, Enveonline. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Bristal. Brooklyn's where I'm from. Best house where I be. Good money's the label. Bad boy forever. Junior Mafia for life. What it is.
Ever since like the whole situation, like people want to know what's been going on with you. Because the last time they seen you, we gonna take it back. We gonna start from there. Like the last time we probably seen you was around when the whole Bad Boy thing was going on, and then when Kim split from the Junior Mafia. However, everybody went their separate ways. Everybody wants to know what's been going on with you since then.
I'm chilling, man. Just trying to gather myself and to figure out what I want to do with this game, because the game just been changing so much. So I just been chilling, man. Just writing behind the scenes, getting a lot of little video game work, a lot of little DVD work, and all that, like writing for people, still doing what I do. Y'all know me for that, the ghostwriting thing or whatever. I wrote a couple hits. I'm saying, I'm 10 million in the hood, and I ain't even dropped an album yet. How many people can say that? A lot of people got hype right now. There's a lot of artists out there, right? I ain't knocking nobody for what they do. There's a lot of artists out there with some hype. It's just hype. Ain't nobody putting no numbers. I got them numbers without an album out. Just saying. I just had to put that out there, you know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, anyhow, I'm here though working, about to put this project out, spring, you know, getting warmed up for the summer. It's about to be crazy, you know what I mean? Got the single coming out, got it on deck with my man Tech, Smoking Lot. Y'all already know what it is. You can reach me at Bristal HB. Good Money's the label, we here. We doing what we do, Brooklyn style. Spread love.
So, like, you had established yourself as a solo artist.
Right.
You had a single with Styles P.
Yeah.
And then you kind of didn't hear from you again. So we was kind of, everybody's wondering what happened from that.
What happened was I had a situation with Universal, and the deal went kind of bad due to a couple of business issues with the people I was in business with. And then the whole deal got kind of like deleted and dropped. Then from there, I just kind of became like a family man, and I was doing that for a while. But I was still pushing the pen behind the scenes, like doing what I was doing. But now, like, I'm ready to get back out there and do what I do. You know what I mean? I never put on my own album. I never flopped nowhere. So it ain't like niggas can say, well, Rich came out already. He dropped the album. He ain't do no numbers. I ain't never put out an album. I ain't did nothing. I just did a lot of this and a lot of that. And I'm gonna put it out there like that. You know what I mean? That's it. So I hope y'all ready, man. I got some fire, man. I got some shit. Like, for real, for real. It's going down. Even when I tell you it's going down. I will not let y'all down. You want classic material? I'm that. You want some good music? I'm that. You want some whack shit? Don't look for me. Don't look for me. Don't look for me. You want some whack shit, nigga. You know who to look for.
Alright, so basically, another burning question too. A lot of things, like when the Mafia and everything, because you're Junior Mafia, everybody recognizes you from that.
Yeah.
So one of the burning questions too is that, like, a lot of things happen. When Kim kind of, you guys, everyone went your separate ways. A lot of people were taking shots. A lot of people were saying it's dead or whatever. However, did you ever run into those individuals? That's one. And two, how did people perceive you as when they say, like, let's say, well, we see Cease out there defending the name, but everybody else has been kind of quiet. So everybody's kind of looking like, yo, what's going on? What are you guys doing? You know what I mean?
At that particular time, like I was saying, like when that happened, I was just in a different place in my life, so I was just kind of like out of the loop from what was going on with that side of things.
Right.
It ain't like I ran away from the Junior Mafia thing or ran away from the name. I would never do that.
Right.
It's Mafia for life, you know what I'm saying? B.I.G. forever. Y'all already know what it is. It's just that, you know, Cease was still like, you know, in that world heavy, and that's just what it was, and that's what it was looking like, you know what I mean? But I always got his back, like, that's bro, you know what I mean? That's HB all day.
Right. So
that would never happen, you know what I mean?
Okay.
That would never happen. Like,
right.
Come on, once Big stamped that, it's like, you can't get away from that. You can't run away from that. Like, or why would you? Why would you want to? You know what I'm saying? So that ain't even a thought. That ain't even an option. You know what I mean?
Right. All right. So also another thing that we wanted to talk about is like the East Coast. Like a lot of the, like when around that time when Mafia was strong, there was one of the movements that helped put the East back on the map when we were family. And the East was going strong. But then it became a time when music obviously was changing, times were changing, and the East Coast was starting to fall off. Being as you were around the era and you were part of that movement, you were behind a lot of that. So a lot of people won't give you recognition for it because they don't know about it.
Right.
But you were part of that East movement. What do you think is the reason why we're not on the map as we are? And what's your whole opinion on it?
Because, you know, once upon a time, we used to stack on. Nowadays we don't stack on. As far as what I mean by when I say that is, you get on, you put on, you get on, you put on, you get on, you put on. Now, as I get on, I don't want to put nobody on, because he might take my spot, because we ain't doing too much for ourselves right now. See, with the South, they get on, they put on, they get on, they put on. That's the way we used to do it.
Right.
We don't do it that way no more.
Right.
So, what do we have?
Right.
A handful of artists that look like they hot from New York.
Right.
That's just trying to keep themselves hot, because it's hard to keep yourself hot now when you're from New York. Because you got the people that still run the game that's from New York, and they don't want to give you that shot no more. Because I think, this is what I think.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, forget what I think.
Yeah.
This is what I know, because I'm still inside a lot of the labels and I see what's going on. The thing is this, when you deal with a New York artist, you got to deal with him and an entourage. If things don't work out and you're the A&R or whatever for that project, you can't hang out no more. You can't go to restaurants with your wife. Because if him and his entourage or somebody from his entourage run into you and that deal didn't go right, you got a problem. Unlike when you deal with them, you don't have that problem. There's no problems dealing with them. They come and go. They're not even from here. They just come and go. They just handle the business, come and go. See the difference? So now A&R's like, why deal with that when I'm dealing with this, and this is movement, and this is easy? So it's like, that's all right, we can't get no deals right now. Because there's a lot of New York artists that's hot, or that's nice. But they're not gonna give you that situation, because if it don't go right, I'm from here, you from here, I gotta see you, it's gonna be a problem.
Okay.
That's why I sell.
That's a part B to the question, because I was gonna ask you, with Maya to be and everybody, and we had asked him, we said, you know, because a lot of East Coast artists are being signed. Meek Mills went to Rick Ross, Maybach Music Group. Corey Guns went to Young Money. Jay Mills went to Young Money. At some point, like, why are they doing this, and why 50's not doing this? Jay-Z's not doing this. D-Block has a movement, they're not doing it. Dipset's not doing it. Well, Dipset has stacked bundles, but prior to that, they're not doing it either. So at some point, do you agree that it's our fault? Like, whose fault is it, I guess, when I ask you?
I think actually they not doing it so much right now because the control is really not, it's not here no more. Like, you know, 50 of them still doing what they doing, shout out to G-Unit and 50. But it's just that right now, the people that's hot that way, that's who's doing it. You know what I mean? Not saying that they're not current, but some people are hotter than others as far as there's like currency, you know what I mean? So that plays a role in it too. It plays a big part, you know what I mean? So I think that's what it is, you know what I mean? It's not like they can't sign an act, it's just that it's kind of hard to break an act coming from right here. And if you got to do it that way, that means putting a whole lot of time and a lot of money, and if you do, and if it don't work, you won't waste their money, you don't do a whole bunch of bread. Because those guys be putting up their own money, so you can't let nobody put their own money and just blow it like that. When you invest, you want to see a get back. And that's just what it is, you know what I mean?
If you're talking to any East Coast artists right now, and they want to come out, especially artists from New York, what advice would you give them?
The best thing I say is, man, just keep pushing. You got all these different avenues, all these YouTubes, and all these different things going on. Just keep pushing, and hopefully you get enough hits and things get to moving for you the right way. You get enough buzz, somebody gonna pick you up, somebody gonna sign you in. It'll happen. That's the only advice I can give you, because other than that, it's not happening no other way. It's not happening. You can't walk into a label and say, listen to my records, they sound hot. They're like, all right, well, what are you doing? What do this look like? What do your page look like? Who's hitting? Where you at? World stars, like. And actually, a lot of that shit don't even be real, man. Them hits, I think we having 50,000 hits. That shit be fake. I'm gonna put it out there. That shit be fake. But people at the labels, they not in the streets. All they know is what's hot, this is how it's rolling, and that's what it is. They ain't even caught on to that part yet. Like, a lot of them hits be fake. Like, do your research. You did research to find out that's how we sign the niggas now. Now do your other research to see them. A lot of niggas be paying for them hits, or they be rigging the hits. Like, that shit be fake.
So,
you know what I mean? Garbage. Dude.
So Briss, I gotta ask you this one burning question too. You're around a very popular female MC. Why do you think female MCs, like when you were around, because you part of that was Lil Kim, she was part of a big movement. So when you were around, Eve was around, Digger was around,
a whole lot,
Lil Kim, Foxy, everybody was around.
It was somebody to compete with, like they all had to, you know, keep up.
In your opinion, why do you think there's only one female MC at this point? Like, being that you're you feel like, because I feel like you're qualified for that opinion.
I mean, when you think about it, before Nick even came or whatever, there was like really no more female artists like that was current or that was hot or that had records out. So when she came, it was like, let's open that lane back up again. But nobody yet to take on that challenge now to sign another female act from another camp. So she's just standing alone and she's doing what she's doing.
But why do you think that is? Why do you think that is though?
I don't know, man. I have no idea. Like, I would have assumed that they would have been doing it by now. Since Nicki opened that lane back up, she got it hot again for the females. They would just be going around trying to get these female artists and, like, push them out there. But nobody really did it yet. You know? I mean, the right camp did it, though. The right camp that she got down with, they did it. They did it right. You know?
No, of course, yeah.
The whole Young Money thing, Cash Money, hot, fire, grab Nicki up, put it out. That was gonna happen. That was destined to happen, you know what I mean?
So about your mixtape, you said you're gonna drop a mixtape, right?
Yeah, I mean, more so like a street album. It's gonna seem like an album instead of like me rhyming over a whole bunch of other niggas' tracks or whatever. I really ain't into that.
Like the Meek Mills, like Meek Mills did for his
I don't knock nobody for doing that because that's what they like to do. I'm talking about like what I like to do. I'm not really into that. I'm not big on taking a record that was hot and trying to make it hot. Because it's already hot.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me make some hot. Let somebody jump on my record that's hot.
Right.
That's me. Classic, man. That's what I'm from. That's all I know. I don't know no other route, you know what I mean?
What do you think is gonna add to the game?
Me?
That mixtape. Yeah, you and your whole movement. What does it add to the game? What are you planning to do?
My thing is getting back to making music that not just a week, a month or two later, it's gone. I'm talking about like a year, 5 years, 10 years. Niggas still like, damn, that was my shit. And they take you back to that place where you was at when you first heard that record.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the basics. We can't do it the way it was done, so do it better than the way it was done. Simple. It's your boy Bristal, man. We in BK. Y'all already know what it is. I'm in the hood. You see me. I ain't just saying it. Like, I'm in the hood for real. Look around you. LG Projects. Like, and I'm from the other side of Brooklyn. Holla at me.